So this is a channeled message. So I had a dream. This dream was a little different than the usual ones because it was that song Seasons Change. It's like seasons change, feelings change. It's been so long without you, but it seems like yesterday. So it's basically talking about how, people change over time and maybe. So I just feel like maybe somebody's reflecting right and they've changed. They're not the same person that they were before. And I feel like someone wants to come out of the woodwork. Maybe this is somebody that you already forgot about. This could be someone that's, maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. But someone has changed. Maybe you've changed too. Somebody wants to come to you and express this. Like, hey, all that crap I was doing before, I'm not about that life anymore. Like, I don't do that anymore. I would never even think to do that anymore. I'm grown up now. I'm matured. That's not how I move anymore. Also, it was kind of like a switching up dream. So there was that part of the dream, and then I felt like someone was like laying in a bed in a room, and the room had water in it, and there were alligators like thrashing through the water. And whoever was in the dream was like scared to get off the bed because of the alligators that were thrashing around the room with water. The room maybe had like a foot of water in it, but somehow there were alligators in the water. So I know that alligators are symbolic of someone scared to reach their full potential, scared to work at something. Oh, we love Alligator Boy. We love Arlo the Alligator Boy. It's a Netflix show about this little boy who's an alligator. So alligators are symbolic, scared to reach their full potential. Alligators are also symbolic of just fear in itself. So maybe some of you with the person on the bed, kind of like island, the bed was the island. So, and then there was water surrounding it. So maybe some of you are scared to walk in that foot of water for fear of what might be in there. So maybe it's a call for some of you to live up to your highest potential. So I had the seasons change, then I had the bed with the water around it. I do want to say that before I move on to the next thing, sometimes dreams are symbolic and sometimes they're literal, So the fact that the song Seasons Change, so seasonal, seasons change, like literal, and then the water in the house with alligators. So what country, what city, what state has alligators? So for someone, this could be symbolic of, what area has alligators? And are there seasonal issues going on right now? Could there end up being water in your house? So sometimes these things are literal and sometimes they're symbolic. So for some of you, this might be a literal thing. And then for others of you, it could just be symbolic. And then with the seasons change, somebody could also be thinking of, maybe moving. Like, I keep facing the same weather damage every year. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't, even if homeowners does cover it, even if I do have the money to fix it, I don't want to just keep watching my things being trashed. I'm going to move. So I feel like for some of you are like, you know what? After this, I'm out. I'm cha-ching, cashing out, selling everything and moving. So for some of you, you may be leaving an area and that's a fear that maybe you have or a fear that someone else has. Now back to the other part of the dream that I had. This one was just someone standing at a window crying, like looking out the window and just crying and watching people like live, like laugh and play and just like live their life. Just a second, baby. Mommy's recording, okay? I love it. What a great job you're doing. Great job. I love it. You put in all that hard work. Good job, Maxie. And they're all facing the same direction. I love it. Alligator Boy, get out of that school bus. He's driving the school bus. He's going to get in trouble. Okay, so somebody was looking at the window and just crying. I didn't see that this was like an older person. I felt like this was like somebody in like mid, like between 30 and 50. Just like looking out the window, just thinking like, man, I wasted a lot of time. Like, I want to join in the fun. I want to join in the fun of life. So I just feel like for some of you, maybe, and then, yeah, the Page of Swords is right here. Yeah, maybe some of you are discovering something, you're realizing something, having an epiphany with the seasons change in the beginning of the dream that I had. Like maybe before, being the way you were was serving a purpose, but it no longer serves a purpose at all. It might be a hindrance. So maybe some of you need to regroup. For some of you, you had to take some protective measures before. Maybe you don't need to be so protective anymore. I'm not telling anybody to let their guard down. I'm not telling anybody to put themselves in harm's way. But I do feel like some of you need to maybe regroup and make other choices. So let's say, for example, you were being gang stalked. You had to cover your tracks. You had to like stay away. You had to like hide out. What are you hiding from now? That's over with. That's not happening anymore. So what are you hiding from? Yeah, you got your heart broken before, but that was a long time ago. What are you hiding from now? So some of you need to regroup and change your mindset. I mean, are you really cursing yourselves by vowing to never date again? Are you really cursing yourselves by vowing to never trust again? By vowing this or vowing that? That's unhealthy. When you say never again, you're binding yourself to that. So just be careful. Words become things. Words are very, very powerful. All right, guys, JamieSieber23.com. Have an amazing day, everybody. Let me see if anybody said anything in the live chat. Oh, hey, hey, BBC. Good morning. Hey, Divine Intervention TV. How are you? Everybody have a great morning. JamieSieber23. Ta-ta for now.